Elon Musk likes to paint himself as a self-made genius, but let's peel back the layers. Yes, he was a nerdy kid with an obsession for sci-fi and computers, but that's not the full story. His father, Elon Musk, wasn't just an engineer. He was a man with connections and wealth from a Zambian emerald mine. That means young Elon didn't grow up hustling for scraps. He had access to an elite education, expensive toys, and a safety net that most aspiring entrepreneurs could only dream of. Why do some people take bigger risks than others? Because they know they have something to fall back on. Elon's privilege allowed him to bet big on startups, knowing he wouldn't end up on the street if things went south. His narrative of sleeping in the office might be true, but let's not forget, he could afford to fail. Musk didn't invent PayPal, he hijacked it. XCOM, his online banking startup, was struggling when it merged with Confinity, which had built PayPal. Musk was briefly CEO but was overthrown by his own employees while on vacation. But here's the twist. He still walked away with a massive payout when eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion. This was Musk's first real experience in corporate warfare. He learned that being a founder doesn't mean being in control. What did he take from this? He would never let anyone have enough power to oust him again. That's why at Tesla and SpaceX, he structured deals to maintain ironclad control, no matter how much money investors poured in. Musk portrays himself as an innovator, risking everything for humanity's future. But SpaceX? It's a government-funded enterprise, disguised as a private company. Billions in NASA contracts, exclusive military deals. He's a defense contractor with a genius marketing team. Elon convinced the world he was fighting bureaucracies when in reality he was extracting billions from them. The same governments he criticizes for inefficiency are the ones paying for his Mars dreams. Starlink isn't just a business, it's a geopolitical weapon disguised as a tech company. Musk knew from the start that only a private space company could launch and control a global satellite internet network, which is why SpaceX and Starlink were always two sides of the same strategy. Now he controls a system that can provide or cut off internet access anywhere in the world, influence conflicts by deciding who stays online, and even enable remote military operations. Governments don't just buy Starlink, they depend on it. Ukraine's war effort, powered by Starlink. The US military, using it for battlefield communication. Intelligence agencies, plugged in. Meanwhile, Musk plays both sides, negotiating deals with adversaries while publicly posturing as a free speech defender. The reality? He's positioned himself as an unelected global power broker. When nations rely on a private billionaire for critical communications, the question isn't if he has leverage, it's how much he's willing to use. Tesla was founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Musk came in later, invested money, and legally fought to be called a co-founder. He didn't invent the company, he took it over. Elon turned Tesla into a financial weapon. The SEC charged him for falsely tweeting about taking Tesla private at $420 a share, causing a stock surge. This wasn't a joke, it was a calculated move to shake the markets. Tesla's profits don't come from selling cars. The real money comes from selling carbon credits to traditional automakers, which need them to comply with emissions regulations. Without government policies forcing companies to buy credits, Tesla's books would look very different. Solar City was failing. Instead of letting it die, Musk used Tesla to buy it for $2.6 billion, essentially bailing out a company run by his cousins using Tesla's money. Investors were furious, but Musk spun it as part of his mission for sustainability. Once again, taxpayer money played a key role. Solar City benefited from massive government incentives for solar panels, but once those incentives started drying up, the company struggled. The story of Solar City isn't innovation, it's a subsidy chase and empire. The Boring Company was never about solving traffic, it was about selling an idea. Musk raised money by selling flamethrowers, which weren't even real flamethrowers, and then convinced cities to let him dig tunnels without any real plan.
So we have sort of like, it's sort of a hobby company called The Boring Company, which started out as a joke, and we decided to make it real.
Here's the genius part. Every proposed tunnel location happened to be near land that Musk or his friends had investments in. Coincidence? Doubtful. Neuralink's goal sounds noble. Brain-computer interfaces to help disabled people. But the real play? The most valuable data on Earth isn't in your phone. It's in your brain. Whoever owns the technology to access it owns the future of human decision-making. Animal testing disasters, rushed experiments, and questionable claims. Neuralink isn't about saving lives. It's about racing to control the mind-machine interface before anyone else can. Musk was an early backer of OpenAI, then left when he lost control over it. His complaints about AI being dangerous? A cover for the fact that he wanted OpenAI under his command. Musk didn't buy Twitter for free speech. He bought it for AI training data. Twitter's fire hose of real-time human conversations is a gold mine for training AI. XAI will be built using one of the largest data sets of human behavior in existence. Musk has cultivated a following that defends him like a religion. But behind the memes and charisma is a man who crushes unions, exploits workers, and wields his influence to dodge accountability. He attacks government regulations publicly, but profits from them privately. He warns about AI while building his own AI empire. He preaches about clean energy while launching cars into space for publicity. Elon Musk isn't just building companies, he's creating a monopoly across industries. Space travel, electric cars, brain interfaces, AI, he's positioning himself as the gatekeeper of the future. At what point does disrupting industries become consolidating control? If Musk's vision succeeds, the world won't run on government policies, it will run on Musk's companies. Whether that's terrifying or inspiring depends on who you ask. The rich don't work harder than you, they think differently. You can't win the game if you were fed the wrong rules. Are you ready to learn how they really got rich? Exposes the untold truths of wealth, whether it's music, tech, sports, or business. Most people will never get rich because they were born into the wrong family with the wrong surname and no connections. They don't understand money, don't know how to trick the system, and worst of all, they never even try. If you're fine being an employee, stay where you are. But if working for someone else makes you sick, here's your shot. If you don't have money, it doesn't matter. Musk didn't start companies with his own cash, he used other people's money. That's how the game works. Step 1, find an industry where hype outweighs results. AI, green energy, NGOs, luxurious brands, automation. Step 2, sell a vision, not a product. Investors don't fund ideas, they fund confidence. Make them believe they'll miss out if they don't buy in. Step 3, use their money to build, but don't aim for profitability, aim for growth. The stock market, government grants, and media attention will do the rest. Step 4, protect yourself. Use holding companies, tax havens, and legal loopholes to ensure that if everything collapses, you still walk away rich. The system isn't fair, so stop playing fair. Go to the website, click preview, get the free booklet, take the Can I Get Rich self-assessment quiz. Fail, find a partner who has what you lack. Pass, stop wasting time, you're getting old. Get the full ebook, rewire your mindset, and start building real generational wealth. Forget top 10 books to get rich. They're all just theory of things available for everyone. This isn't just a book. This is the guide, how they really got rich. Subscribe to the channel for the next billionaire.